Hello everyone and welcome back to Melek'le channel. Today's recipe is one that's just perfect for our channel. We're making one of the oldest yogurt recipes out there, yogurt cultured with chickpeas. As you can see, this gives us beautiful thick yogurt that you can scoop up in big spoonfuls and serve on a plate. And the best part? You don't need any store-bought starter and you don't need to borrow yogurt from your neighbors anymore. If you have just 5 to 6 chickpeas at home, that's all you need to make your own yogurt. Alright friends, let's get started right away. First, to prepare our yogurt starter, we need raw, unprocessed milk. It can be cow's milk, sheep's milk, goat's milk, even buffalo milk, it doesn't matter. But the milk must be raw, straight from the farm, and not processed in any way. I have 1 liter of milk here and I'm pouring it into a pot to boil. Since it's only 1 liter, it will come to a boil quickly, so stay nearby. If we walk away and start doing other things, the milk can easily boil over, so just stay by the stove and stir it gently as it heats up. Once it reaches a boil, I stop stirring and lower the heat. At this point, you can let it simmer for about 10 minutes on low heat, or you can remove it after 5 minutes. It's up to you. The benefit of letting it boil a little longer is that some of the water evaporates, giving us a thicker, creamier yogurt, but it's not absolutely necessary, just 5 minutes of boiling is enough. Now my 5 minutes are up, so I'm taking it off the heat. Because this milk has cream on top, we don't want a thick skin to form. To prevent that, just give it a little stir every now and then while it's cooling. Now for our very first chickpea starter, I'm going to culture the yogurt at 52 degrees Celsius. When the milk reaches this temperature, I add about 25 to 30 chickpeas and stir them in well. If you don't have a thermometer, just know that the milk needs to be hotter than what we normally use for yogurt. Regular yogurt is cultured at about 43 degrees Celsius, so this is almost 10 degrees hotter. Once the chickpeas are mixed in, I close the lid, wrap the pot well, and leave it in a warm place, like in the kitchen, tucked inside a thick covering so it can culture nicely. When I made this, it was around 5 in the evening. Now it's the next morning, about 7 or 8 a.m., and I'm checking with you to see if it's set. This will be just as much of a surprise for me as it is for you. And yes, it's set. So we can move on with our yogurt. As you can see, when I made this for the first time, I was so excited, and when I saw this result, I was even happier. Our yogurt has set beautifully. Like I said, there's nothing else in it, just 25 to 30 chickpeas, hot milk, and organic milk. In the beginning, I tried using pasteurized milk with chickpeas, but it didn't work, so I kept it in the fridge for a day, then used fresh raw milk instead, and that's how I got my first main yogurt starter. I'm scooping out 1 big spoonful now. This 1 spoonful is almost equal to 4 to 5 regular spoonfuls. Look at how it holds its shape on the spoon. I even put it on a flat plate, not in a bowl, so you can see how thick it is. Even on a flat plate, it doesn't melt and run like milk. It just stays in place. The chickpeas sink to the bottom and they don't really do anything after that. You can wash them and reuse them again and again. I personally didn't keep reusing them. I just washed them well, dried them, and later threw them into a chickpea stew. They boiled together with the rest of the chickpeas and it was delicious. So yes, you can reuse them if you want. Don't throw them away. They're not dirty at all. In fact, they're almost fermented and disinfected at this point, so they become very nice chickpeas. Now I had more milk at home, so I used it to make another batch. My main yogurt starter is now ready, and the taste is amazing. Yogurts cultured with yogurt or butter don't sour easily, and chickpea cultured yogurt has such a light, delicious flavor. So now with another liter or so of organic milk, this time I'm culturing it at 46 degrees Celsius. I'm adding just 7 to 10 chickpeas, and I'm also adding some of that first main yogurt starter I made from chickpeas. So now, in this second pot, we're using fewer chickpeas and combining them with our chickpea yogurt starter. Next, I'll also show you a third batch, this time cultured only with yogurt, no chickpeas at all, and that result is also amazing. Now I'm stirring it in well. No matter what you use as a starter, make sure to mix it really well into the milk, either with a spoon or a whisk, so it's evenly combined. Then, just like with regular yogurt, I'll wrap the pot first in a tablecloth and then cover it with a thick blanket to keep it warm. Look here, when I gently shake the pot from the bottom, it's like when you use rennet to make cheese and it separates from the sides of the pot. That's exactly what it looks like. Except here, we made it only with chickpeas. Now this second batch I mentioned, it's made with both chickpeas and the yogurt starter we got from our first chickpea batch. I've wrapped it first in a tablecloth and then in a thick blanket, and I'll leave it until tomorrow morning. By the way, for the first 2 batches, the fermentation time is a bit longer, around 10 to 12 hours, but it never turns sour, so don't rush it. Especially now that the weather is cooler, make sure to wrap it well so the milk doesn't lose heat. Now it's morning again, about 10 to 12 hours have passed, and I'm opening the second yogurt right here in front of you. I haven't peeked earlier. I'm seeing it for the first time just like you are, and as you can see, it's perfectly set like a rock. I always put it straight into the fridge and I open it the next day. For this one, I wanted to flip the pot upside down to see if it would fall out, but I was filming and didn't want to risk ruining the video, so I decided to just stick a spoon in instead. And look, when I put the spoon in, nothing moved around at all. That means it's perfectly set. So the second stage is a success too. This time I put it into a bowl. Last time I put it on a flat plate, and it's just beautiful. This batch was cultured with both yogurt and chickpeas, so we've now made yogurt using both of our main starters. Now for the next one. This time I'm not adding anything except the chickpea yogurt starter. No whole chickpeas, just the yogurt starter I made from chickpeas. The milk is at 43 degrees Celsius now, so this third stage is done at the same temperature you'd normally culture yogurt at. Of course, everyone's idea of yogurt temperature might be different depending on how they usually make it at home, but if you're using a thermometer, 43 degrees Celsius is the sweet spot. I mix it in really well, close the lid, and leave it to culture. When it's ready, I scoop it out with a spoon and bring it closer to the camera. By the way, yogurt cultured with chickpeas doesn't release as much liquid as regular yogurt. It's thicker and holds its shape better. This actually became my 4th batch because I had to use the small pot of the previous one to make yela soup and couldn't film it, so I made it again for you. And as you can see, this one also turned out amazing. It's so firm, it's like I've cut a block of cheese and placed it here. That's how perfect and tasty it is. From the beginning to the end of this video, I haven't misled you in any way. I didn't do anything to trick you. I discovered and learned along with you that yogurt can be made from chickpeas, and I think this recipe really does our channel justice. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next recipe. Take care and goodbye.